All right, welcome to 3007 Westshore Boulevard. Directly up this road, 5 miles is the airport and International Plaza, which is the more upscale mall here with all the luxury shops and what have you. This builder built these 4 homes in a row and then is building, and you can barely see it in the background back there, but a 5th one. So you're in very consistent neighborhood, and you'll see to the back that there are 2 other homes like this coming out of the ground and will be developed in the next 9 months or so. Notice you have a 4-car garage. This he currently has set up as a gym, but can be converted to a garage. I know you're a car guy, so this 4-car garage makes a lot of sense. So I know that this street is one of your questions. So this is about as busy as it gets, and that's typical for this time of day. When I was inside, I did not hear it, so we will take time to make mention and focus on that when I get inside. Notice the elevation up the stairs. That's another 5 feet, 4.5 to 5 feet. So it does have those kind of vents should water get in the garage, but water did not get in the garage in last year's storms, and that's the most water the Tampa Bay area has seen ever. So it's fun. You got 2 swings out front, kind of neat. Got a little light, tongue and groove ceiling. That's a match for the outside. Pavered driveway, pavered front entrance, what have you. So these are 8-foot doors. Welcome in. Wipe my feet really well. Okay. And you come into the home and you're greeted by several really attractive pieces. First is the wine cellar, just adjacent to the door. It's glassed, and again, nice, beautiful 8-foot door. Lovely. Don't know how many bottles that holds, but it's probably in the range of 80 to 100. Neat little bar top, and just, lovely, sleek, clean design. There's your entryway, 8-foot doors. This room, and then there's going to be your den. So this foyer is 2.5 stories tall, so it's probably 25 to 27 feet tall. And then the width in this space is about 13 feet across from wall to wall. And then obviously also one of the appealing components is the view to the backyard. And we will talk more backyard momentarily when I go that direction, but let's go into the den. This den, you made mention of it in our conversation previously, that this was really a stunning piece. Again, this gentleman is an athlete, and so he's got some cool taste, and that's just a neat feature wall, that black wall with the black inlay. Just such a very neat, clean, sharp look and presentation. This desk, for perspective, is about 6 feet. So that back wall behind it is about 15, maybe 16 feet. And then ceilings heights in this particular room are about 9 to 9.5 feet. You have a 4-foot window. It's probably 4 by 5, if you will. So again, some nice natural light. And then the bookcase and chair to that back wall just kind of give you some emphasis on the size of the room. Okay. This office has its direct entry straight into this 4th-car garage. Again, there's weight set and workout equipment in here. That's a mirror on that wall, and then finished with a TV. He said he would sell the house completely furnished if that was something of interest, including the weight set. But if not, again, I know you're a car guy, so that may be not of interest to you. As we move back into the main living space, this office has a French door setting, glass, so it's still transparent and you can see the family, but as you're on a phone call or working and trading and things like that, that allows for that privacy that you need. Again, from the front door, this opens up into the main living space. This family room is a nice large size and directly overlooks the kitchen and then overlooks the backyard. And then in the back corner back there is going to be your dining area. This could be worked several different ways should you want to, but this open floor plan really allows you tons of options and opportunities to feature and set it many, many different ways. So this room, from that corner across through the sliding glass doors to that corner, is, I'm gonna say, 22 feet long. And then it's probably 18 to 20 feet from where I'm standing across the room. So that, not quite a square, but somewhat close. And you can see this, these are oversized couches, probably 7-footers. And then now I'm sitting in these 2 chairs, and that is a, I don't know, 90-inch TV, 95-inch TV, something like that. So that wall from the office door across there is probably 22 or 3 feet, okay? So you have lots of room, lots of space. You could work several different types of furniture here, pieces of different tastes, what have you. But again, you know, this flows over into the kitchen, which this is the heart of the house, right? This is where life happens. This is where your family will be. This is where the cook will be, or your wife if she's the cook, what have you. But it just keeps the whole family together in such a comfortable kind of environment, right? So the kitchen features this extra prep sink out in the in storage, right? You've got under lighting, you've got above lighting, you've got marvelous fixtures, all black with the polished brass finishes. It's really pretty. It matches all the handles. It flows really seamlessly throughout the house. This island, and it's really neat how they've added the table so it's not high, and these are regular height chairs. They've got 4 here, depending on the size chairs. You could add another 2 if they were smaller here and there, but it's just nice that it's not too high. It doesn't overtake the entire kitchen, doesn't block the view from room to room. So you've got the black onyx granite. It's really pretty, matches down low. It's about an 8-inch drop. And then with the white quartz behind, it's just a really nice, clean appearance. So you have gas double oven, gas cooktop. There's a flat top under that shiny piece, right? Microwave there. And then in addition to this, you have the secondary kind of prep kitchen. Second dishwasher, second refrigerator, all super handy. Second oven, or a third oven, I guess I should say. And then all this additional storage, which is really great. And then you can close the door. You can leave things kind of set aside, hidden, door closed, what have you. And then this is the coffee bar. Again, exceptional storage, all 42-inch cabinets, very clean lines, very clean home. It's been very lightly lived in. This is a secondary home for this gentleman and family. They live in Atlanta full-time, but use this on vacation. This is the mudroom / second laundry room. That's kind of the drop zone for the kids, hang backpacks, put shoes and bats and balls and things like that in here. That door leads out into the garage. And then backing up, you have the second washer and dryer. Most of the bedrooms are upstairs except for the one that's down. And then you have the dump sink, clean sink, and what have you. This is a nice big room. Across is probably 13 feet. And I am probably 14 or 15 feet from my back to the garage door across the floor to that wall. Again, 9-foot ceilings throughout. And then into the garage. Again, notice the elevation in the steps. This is a full 3-car with a little oversized. Notice he's got the jet ski kind of hidden there. So that's in addition to the full 3 cars that's fitting here. There is a door there to the outside that goes out to the side yard, then down the side of the house to the back. All right, and the house has 2 tankless hot water heaters, 3 air conditioners, and all are only 2 years old. So, and again, very lightly used. the family just isn't here very often. Okay, so from perspective out of the garage, right back into the kitchen overlooking the family room, all this storage, all this cabinetry, just such a nice opportunity to decorate and design and fit however you like. And then this is going to be the dining area. This table is about 9 feet long, at least 8.5, 9 feet long. Notice you've got 8 full chairs, big space. Love the ceiling, just inlay work, helps reduce the echo and what have you. All impact windows and doors, clean, lots of natural light, overlooks the beautiful backyard. Now we'll go out there and we'll talk about this more, but this backyard is exceptional for this area. Having the kids and having them have room to roam and play is not typically something that we have. And as you probably recall from the last video, there was just not a backyard to speak of, right? There were the lots across the street and the lot next door, but this actually has playroom, so you can see the trampoline, you can see the playhouse back there, then in addition to the pool and spa and what have you. So this is a really exceptional opportunity to keep the kids all maintained, giving them room to roam and play. And that's all turf out there, so easy to maintain, green, lush, beautiful all the time, really, really pretty. So out into the deck and patio area. So this is about 10 feet deep, and then from across, from the window, across this floor space is probably 25 feet, 22 feet, actually. And then that door would be to the pool bath, which is also adjoined to the downstairs, kind of the secondary master. Great when you have older guests or visitors or what have you. And then here's the summer kitchen that also we talked about and you made mention of. You've got nice big screen TV. You've got a Vent-A-Hood, lovely blue tiles that just kind of enhance what you see overlooking out into the pool area. They definitely tie into the tile in the pool, which is quite lovely. You've got full table and chairs for eating. And then as we discussed out front, you have this tongue and groove ceiling that just blends and molds really nicely and harmonizes with the rest of the house. They've got this green lush finished wall just for some color and some contrast and some texture, and it really fits well with the turf outside. Additional seating as you get around the corner, around the fire pit, which is pretty great. And then you still have all of this area out here to, roll around, run around, move around, add different furniture if you like. Chase lounges, this would be the sun spot up on this upper deck. And then you have a couple steps down. You have the grid pattern in the turf, which is just a very current look. Looks really lovely, and then overlooks into the pool. The pool has that spa. The spa is probably a 10-person spa, and then fire bowls. Those bowls aren't lit at the moment. It's been raining, so he chose not to light those up. But the pool is probably 24 feet long by 12 or 13 wide. It's got the sun shelf here, which is great for little ones and older ones. The sun chairs, umbrella, and you've got the seating there on both sides of the spa. The pool's probably 5 feet deep at its deepest point, which is under the basketball goal. Basketball goal is hard mounted. That's pretty serious. And then on this end, there's also a TV. All right, the pool equipment is just there around the corner, but they've done a very nice job in this backyard adding trees and maintaining some of the old original trees, trying to keep the mature landscaping and these big oak trees over the years, all while giving yourself lots of room. This yard is really great for this area. Again, it's turf, so it's lush and green and clean. All these leaves will blow with a blower, and the lawn guy take care of that in 15 minutes. So this space across here is 35 feet to the fence, and I'm probably 45 feet to the back where the green runs out. This is an oversized trampoline, so pretty cool. just if that gives you some perspective of the size. But again, notice the mature landscaping, the mature trees, all kind of intermingled with the newer palms that just are fresh and clean and easy to maintain, and just give you lots of space and lots of room and add to that privacy. I did mention there's a new start coming out of the ground. That's it. It's not into drywall yet. So generally when they get into drywall, they're about 75 days from completion. I would say they're pretty close to drywall because that's a flat roof. And then they're gonna put another one that's a vacant lot that they leveled the house on right next door to that. And so there's gonna be another one coming up there. That's a 1-year build, pretty standard. Okay, so looking back on the home, back on the property, just a really lovely, large piece of property, large yard, really large, pretty big home, and everything's new. Everything's from 2023. So the house is in really great shape. And as I said, very lightly used, not used very often. They're just not in town that often because they live in Atlanta. All right, so we'll go back into the house. We'll see this downstairs guest bedroom / secondary master. It's got some really cool furniture, some really neat pieces that kind of fit the coastal theme, but you know, the clean, mature theme as well, which I really enjoy. All right, again, perspective from the inside, flowing from across the kitchen to the family room, den in the back corner. All right. Okay, again, pool bath. This is a half bath with the door to the outside. Okay, shiplap to the back. Again, all 9.5 foot ceilings, really neat, very lovely. And then this is that secondary master king size bed. This room is probably 18 foot squared. So it's a nice size room, coffered ceilings, lots of light with a can light. Just nice, appropriate furniture, really lovely. Finished closets with all the shelving and hanging apparatus, what have you. And then into this bathroom. Again, the brushed brass is really pretty, and this has a goldy kind of brassy looking color in this granite, which really harmonizes and blends very nicely. It's kind of hard to pick up, I think, on the camera, but I want to make sure to make a point of it because that kind of goldy yellowy right in here is a really beautiful blend. And then as you step back and look closely, you can see the grout. It's kind of a gold grout. It's not grout, but it's just where the grout goes. It's kind of an inlay around the tile, and really pretty. And then this tile matches the floor tile. So this wall tile, and again, it's got a little bit of a goldy, brassy kind of color. It's hard to show on the camera. It doesn't look quite as gold as it truly is, but it just harmonizes really nicely. You've got the shower head and massager and what have you, and then you have the water closet here. All right, so that's it for downstairs, and now we'll navigate upstairs. But again, everything new. High quality, custom built, and very lightly used, as I mentioned. So halfway up the stairs, we'll stop in the theater room. The theater room has several things, both a pull down projector, and then behind that projector, there's also several TV screens. So you can be watching, several different shows, games, movies, the market, whatever it is. And this is neat because it has the cathedral ceiling, so the acoustics in here are pretty great. So that screen is about a 10-foot screen and currently has seating, couch. This room is probably 17 feet deep by about 22 feet across. So that screen may be bigger than 10. But notice you got a monitor there. There's also 2 behind that screen and then another in that corner. So the room blacks out pretty well. And then it has a wet bar here. And then the projector and shelving for displays uplit shelving, which is pretty neat. And then there's a glass closet. Not exactly sure why glass, but it's pretty cool. And yep. Obviously surround sound in here, ceiling, walls, the whole 9 yards. All right, and then we will go, this is, the house is a smart home, and I don't know how to unlock it, but everything can be managed from touch through your phone, through your iPad, what have you. Obviously air conditioners, pool, spa, all the movie theater equipment that was just noted in there. This is the closet here that has the brain to the house, the Cat 5 cables and all those things. Security, all that is maintained right in here, including the music and what have you. So all those things are on a smart feature. That's the chandelier that hangs in the foyer over the front door. So from perspective, I'm on the catwalk here and looking down the stairs. That open door to the right is going to be the den, and then the staircase up. That open door there again is the theater room. And so as you rise through the stairs, you can break off to the right and go to the master with a French door. Opens up into the bathroom, right? And then the master's got some lovely inlay work. He's done a really great job with design. Notice the design at the back of the bed. It's kind of consistent with the inlay work downstairs in the den. This room's 22 feet or so across, while being about 18 feet this direction. Lots of windows. This big plate glass window overlooks the backyard, which is pretty neat. I believe that to be an 8-foot window, and it just invites all this, again, the mature landscaping in the backyard, the fresh, refreshing pool kind of view. You can watch the kids down there playing, all those things, which is pretty nice. The blinds in the master and downstairs areas are all electric and maintained on a remote control. And everywhere else throughout the house there are actually just in the bedrooms, they're manual so that the kids don't break them. But again, cool inlay work. That is just a neat piece. That shelf lights up, can lights, so plenty of light, and then plenty of wall space for when you have larger furniture. That mirror's 8 feet tall and 4 feet wide, and so that wall itself is, whatever that is, 12, 13 feet. Okay, and then we'll go around to the bathroom, master bath with the rain head, massager, shower, knobs, bench seat, towel warmer is behind that. So it's a nice size space. It's got a little seating area, his and her vanities, pendant lighting, nicely done. Across the floor is probably 18 feet, and then it has a water closet off too, enclosed in one side. All right, we'll go back out. Oh, and then we go to the master closet. Master closet has shelving optimized all the way around. Very nicely done. Center island. Again, lightly used. I mean, I don't see dings and scratches in the closet at all, which is just tells me they're not here very much. And then they have the shoe wall, the sneaker wall, which is just kind of cool. These little clips. So if you didn't want to use that way, there's plenty of room to add more shelving or different types of storage or what have you, but neat that it's in there. All right, and we'll go down. Yep, bedroom here. This has a Jack and Jill door, but it's a single vanity, a gray tile, rimless glass door, floor to ceiling, really pretty. And then this bedroom, this is one of the smaller bedrooms, and this is I'm gonna say 16 feet squared, give or take. Also for perspective, this overlooks the backyard, okay? So this would be a kid's bedroom, I think. So on the other side of this wall is the laundry room. Laundry room through there. So again, private for noise, for kids and what have you. Very nice sized closet. And then here's the Jack and Jill door that goes into the bathroom, and it is maintained by a pocket door here. Okay. Again, coming out of here for perspective, theater room, master is going to be there, and then down that hallway is the laundry room. Okay, we've got 2 more bedrooms, and that will wrap it up. Okay. So bedroom, again, large finished closet. Good sized floor space. Actually, this may be a tad smaller. This is 13 or so deep by 15 wide. This is a queen bed for perspective, and those are larger side tables. There's 4 feet in each of those. So, and then the view, it overlooks the front of the house. Notice we're staring at the street. I don't hear a car. And then an ensuite, all the bathrooms are ensuite. So, except for the half bath pool bath. Okay, gray tile, lovely finished, super clean. White quartz, very, very clean, very neat. These are carpeted bedrooms up here. The master was not carpeted, but these 3 kids' bedrooms were all carpeted. All right, and then this one's about a 14 by 14 squared. And again, overlooks the back of the house. This one actually sees a little bit in the neighbor's house, but overlooks your backyard from here. Oh, and there's that lot that I was mentioning before that's going to be built on. And again, bathroom ensuite. This has a tub with a shower head, so that would need a bar or a glass door. But there's the tub in the house, other than the master tub. So that's what I have. Hopefully all that's helpful, and I will have this video over to you tonight.